Hey everyone, my name is Jason Skipton. I'm the Executive Director with Growing Gardens. Here we are, dinner number 3 of our Chef in Your Garden dinner series, and we're wrapping up our spring dinners. We had 3 of those. We're going to be doing a bunch in summertime, a bunch in fall, and in winter, doing 12 dinners this year. So really, thank you all so much for participating in this really innovative dinner series. Pray and tell, Chef Diane Lam. Wow. Like, this meal and this menu is just fantastic. Thanks to Diane and her whole team for really partnering and being a part of this series. Also, big shout out and thanks to Garden Fever, our dinner sponsor. Go check them out on Fremont, doing amazing stuff at their nursery, really having amazing products, but also really being innovative during COVID times to then really ensure that customers can get in and get products safely. To Masa Fresh and their online farmers market. They're now at Beaverton and at PSU and looking to expand in more places. Thriving Design, right, with their sea bites. You got to check them out. It's in the garden season now. They're going to be in your bags. These are really, really cool new ways to think about trellising and growing plants with this system. To Nikki USA and the protein sponsorship, big thanks to them. To Wild Roots, that drink inside there, that Wild Roots spirits, and they're providing really fun cocktails for this series. And also Wilderton, that is a new partnership offering non-alcoholic distillates for folks to enjoy with the series as well. Freeform Portland, really partnering with Diane to then make this playlist that she really wanted to create that vibe for y'all to enjoy. To Richard and Helen Phillips Foundation for providing amazing support for the series. Also to Paul and Susan Jane Brown and the Sesame Collective for that incentive that's in there. And Farm DC for providing amazing produce to come into this series as well. Also, there's something new in that basket for y'all. Hopefully you're excited about this. This is really increasing our sustainability and partnering with GoBox. And those GoBox containers can go back to any New Seasons markets that are drop site there. We also have a link in the email to then find other drop sites that maybe are closer in your neighborhood as well. So big shout out to New Seasons, but also to GoBox for providing this amazing support to really up our sustainability. So go to that playlist that Freeform Portland put together, turn it on, get that pork heated up in there, get ready to listen to what Chef Diane has to say about this course. Thank you all, really appreciate it. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Diane. I own a Cambodian fried chicken concept called Pray and Tell. It's located on Mississippi inside Psychic Bar, where we collaborate on the food and drink program there. And in that space, we kind of offer a very exciting and invigorating experience where the experience emulates the food and just like the vibrance of the food. There's a lot of sensory overload in what we do. Lots of good flavors, a lot of like visual textures, a lot of really high personalities. So a lot of the things that we do really kind of emulate, the experience of enjoying the food. So something we're very proud of at Pray and Tell. I started Pray and Tell as a response to ghost kitchens that were slowly rising in Portland. I used to own a restaurant, or it was a pop-up called Sunshine Noodles, and people would say, come for the noodles, stay for the fried chicken, because by accident I created a fried chicken that was super good and people loved it. It was very addicting. And as I was becoming more and more obsessed with this idea of who these ghost kitchens were, and I wanted to create a brand that emulated the efficiencies and kind of the marketability of food, but have it be a little bit more closer to home. I like building and manipulating food so that it can provide different elements of texture, whether that means putting chips on top of a noodle soup or crushing, candy into a salad. It's a lot of the things that or like grating a cookie over, pasta. It's a lot of these different things where I kind of do on a whim that creates a different dish for me. But it's always playful, and it's always highbrow, lowbrow for me, just because in my mind, I think of how to approach people generally, and there's a lot of different things that connect all of us, and a lot of the times it's pretty I wouldn't call it low end, but it's pretty a general format. So it's like chips, snacks, junk food, ice cream. It just is like nostalgia driven, so it's where I like to fall back on with food and creating food. I love working and supporting growing gardens because any positive progression in our foodways is something that we all should really take responsibility for. I think supporting an ethos based around that is our responsibility, and I have very limited resources in how I can help, but if it's just simply even just giving my time or contributing towards just them, their environment and their culture, it's really rewarding for me, and hopefully helps. The menu that I selected for my dinner is Cambodian focused, but still celebrates local ingredients. So a lot of the stuff that you find in these dishes, they're very linked to what Cambodians have in Cambodia, so lots of leaves that are preserved, or lots of herbs, lots of vegetables that are also preserved, or lots of fresh vegetables that are tropical. So a lot of the stuff that we have here is a lot more fresher, a lot more seasonal. And so the menu that I have really celebrates just the texture of Cambodian cuisine, but also ties in our local produce. So a lot of the dishes are fresh and have different flavors that contrast one another. But the first three appetizers, you're eating it together, and one is just this textural noodle salad. The other one is this tartare that's like deep and rich, but bright at the same time. And then we have the shrimp cocktail, which is just like fun finger food with tangy elements of tamarind spice. And so I just envision, crisp out like drinks, whether it's beer or wine, to be eaten with this format. And then we go into like a heavier dish, which is just like the pork chop, which is going to be roasted and seared with lots of grill marks and stuff, or lots of flavor, and like, I wouldn't call it burnt flavor, but it's like definitely a caramelized, note to it with the citrus from the kumquat or the orange. And so, yeah, a lot of that is just like the progression of light to deep flavors that, is celebrated in all of our palettes. When I communicate with collaborating on music, I generally go mood-based, in terms of like how I want to feel when I'm eating the dish, how I want to feel when I'm in a space. So the freeform playlist is mainly just a vibrant, young kind of feeling where you're eating and it's exciting, and you're just like, you're doing a lot of hopping and moving, and that's basically what I look forward to in this playlist, is that you're sitting here and it's dynamic and vibrant, and you're eating the food and it matches just this like surge of energy. So the food that I cook now it's representative of me, because I'm trying to reverse engineer some of the flavors and history that my family brought to me and like throughout my childhood. We went through the Khmer Rouge, and a lot of it is really, it's history that's really painful for a lot of people. And so there are certain things that we don't talk about in my family, and a lot of that is associated to pain and loss. And so for me to kind of understand who we were and what links us to our ancestry in Cambodia, or what links me to Cambodia, has been just learning, where the cross sections are in certain dishes, and what connects me to Vietnamese culture, Chinese culture, French culture, all of that I can see through my family recipes that are I purely observed and am trying to, figure out through tasting and creating how, you know, how what makes me Cambodian and what makes my family Cambodian and what makes Cambodians Cambodian. And so it's been really exciting to work my way back just by using food. What I want people to know about Pray and Tell or any of the businesses that I put out there and procure, it's mostly a connection. Hospitality is something that I believe really shows a humanized connection that's not transactional. And when people come by to Pray and Tell and see and feel they always fall back on the word vibe. And I think it's a lot more than that. I think it's just the people that I draw into this space, the people that work in this space, we all kind of contribute into this like echo chamber of energy, if you would have it. And I just want people to know that, although food is very important to me, I feel like the people that are drawn to my food and drawn to the environment, we're all contributing in that way. Pray and Tell and Psychic Bar are open 7 days out of the week, Monday through Sunday, from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. for now. And we're all outdoor seating, located on Mississippi. It's a really, really great space.
Love hearing from Diane and seeing that energy and how connecting with Cambodian culture and our local farmers and really highlighting all of these amazing connections in our food system through her food and through this culinary experience. So really, really thank her for that. But also thank you all for being a part of this series. Hopefully you're listening to that playlist right now. We've got some first bites going from this amazing basket. Think about this, like it's up to us really to support the food system that we want to see survive right now during this pandemic, but also prosper post-pandemic. So think about that and the perennialness of our food system and the work that we're doing at Growing Gardens. We have the goal of increasing by 100 perennial donors over this year, or in 2021. This is our 25th anniversary, a big celebration for us. So if you want to support us, if you want to support our local food system, there's lots of ways to do that. Go out and support these amazing chefs that are a part of this Chef in Your Garden series, these amazing farms who are doing amazing work out there, these amazing farmers who are getting produce into our city, and also supporting us through a monthly donation. That could be $5, $10, $20. We're calling those our perennial donors because really our work and our food system works on 365 days a year on a perennialness. So if you want to, go to our website. You can check us out and then sign up to become a perennial donor. You can also find that remit envelope, that donation envelope that's in the basket. Any way that you can provide support and really deepen our connection and deepen our collaboration across this food system is much appreciated. All right, y'all, enjoy this meal. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.